Minivan musician, and we are getting back to interviewing artists, which is awesome. So introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about, how you came to rapping and where you're from.
I got you. First of all, I just want to say thank you guys for having me on and the opportunity to answer questions and talk. I always appreciate that. To introduce myself, man, I'm Cody Lane. I'm from Muskogee County, Oklahoma. Um, Historically, it's one of the more violent small towns in the entire country. In the 90s, it was like in the top 3 for 4 or 5 years in the entire nation in violent crime per capita. We're real close to Tulsa. I don't know if you've ever seen the first 48, but it's pretty much area. And I grew up. I was exposed to addiction and violence at a very, very young age. Me and my father, we get along now, but some of my first memories of life are like getting up to go pee at night and seeing him playing Russian roulette in the living room with my mom, like shit like that. So that lasted till I was 5. And then I didn't think I don't want to get into all that, I guess, but you can edit that part maybe. But I got into rapping because I've always written. I've always been I've always loved to write. I didn't really worry about music in school because I played ball and chase women, so I didn't worry about music. I've always listened to rap and hip hop, but I've always just loved to write. And then in 2012 or 13, I was in Robin's Roost, Oklahoma, a county north of here, and what they would call, I guess, a trap house, just a place where, bad things are going on. And a couple guys were rapping, freestyling. And I was like, all right, I'm bored. I'll try this. And I was terrible. But later on, I was real bad. But about an hour after we finished, because it was fun, and I wasn't all that bad. But I was like, man, I could write songs. I could write rap songs. And then a few days after that, I can't remember who it was, maybe Leroy Biggs or somebody who I looked at and I thought, I seen a video on YouTube and I was like, damn, if he's doing this, then I know I could. Because if these people want any kind of real authentic hip hop vibe that reflects the struggle and kind of is along those same lines, I can give them that with my story. So here I am,
That's what's up.
That's awesome. I mean, that's pretty relatable for both of us being from Detroit, Michigan. And
I had no idea it was such
a
what I do. I'm kind of a nerd, like I was saying to you earlier before we recorded. Like I'm into anthropology and all of these things and basically the social situation in different places, why it happened, how it affects people, all that kind of stuff. And I did look up where you stay, and it's like, yeah, man, like the income level and shit is like where the town I spent most of my life at is. That's right next to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I think it's dope that I guess you can call it country rap. It's like, it's kind of exposing to people that things are kind of wild and negative in more places than just big populated cities. Like,
you're spot on.
Yeah, like people struggle as much or more, it seems like. It's small. I mean, there's less opportunity too, you know what I'm saying? So I see it here. Like we're in Western North Carolina now, like these little towns, man. Like,
oh man, I do a lot for this nonprofit now, and so we get a lot of people that come in just like off the street that need help, with food or baby supplies or whatever, and we've seen a lot just in the last month that I'm like, holy crap, this area.
Yeah, we would have never thought it.
I would have never known. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine y'all seen. I can't even begin to I can't begin to imagine what you guys have seen and went through over the last year with the hurricane and all that, So
we got a bunch of it. I don't know if you've seen it on our channel, but we've documented, we've interviewed a few of the people that was volunteers. We've been out there getting videos and pictures and all that, before and afters. I have a lot of stuff to upload still, but we're basically trying to put something together on our channel where people everywhere know what actually happened.
Yeah.
And I leave it there because it's like, I have my idea what happened. I have my idea what it is, what's going on and all that kind of stuff. But my opinion don't matter. I'm gonna let people draw their own conclusion from the people that are affected. You know what I'm saying? I figured if you talk to, a handful of people that lost their house, a handful of people that had relatives die, a handful of people in the government, you just keep going, put it all together, and you get a full picture of it. Because man, ain't nothing like this ever happened nowhere. I thought everything, bro. And I know out where you're at, have you ever heard of Barry Independent or Grindstone Ministries?
Said that where we're doing the lithium mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he's the Bear Independent guy is like a survivalist dude, and he's got a crew in Oklahoma where every time a major disaster happens, they come out and do relief, and he's like a preparedness type of dude, like an expert in that, and he's out of there because of the tornadoes and shit that y'all have. I don't know if that's like where you're at, because I don't know enough about where you're at.
I don't know who that is, but we have some tornadoes, some wild ones. Like
that's oh man, that's some
it was
terrible.
funny. Sorry, Danielle, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It was funny. One of the things you said, Mike, you were talking about how white places are the way they are a second ago. I heard you say that. And if you've listened to more than a handful of my songs, you've heard me talk about turning tricks, not myself, but and Muskogee. Have you heard the song where I say I'll pull out my cellular and call up Diamond Dane?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
In World War II, just north of Muskogee, just east of Muskogee, there's a hill over there called Bragg's Mountain, and there's a place there called Camp Gruber. And during World War II, it was a major, major training facility for the U.S. military. And so supply and demand, few guys at the bottom of the hill in Muskogee realized real quick that booze and women was a quick market with all these people coming in. And so that's why it's kind of marked the history of this town. Diamond Dane's the most notorious figure that we had. He got busted in '88. He lives in Brazil now. He still comes. Yeah, that was when you said that. That made me think of that because I haven't spoken on that yet. But yeah, I'm not just lying when I say the home of pussy peddling. Forgive my language.
No, you know what's crazy about that is that's exactly how the Dixie Mafia started.
Yeah,
it was on the border of Louisiana and Alabama. Anyways, there was a army base, and there was like a poor town across the damn river, and they would bring the whores over. I mean, or my bad, they would go over there, and they had spots and everything, and that was how that popped off. Like so. See, that's just real interesting to me, man. I get into all that stuff. I like to know why things are the way they are around me. You know what I'm saying?
It's still definitely left the fingerprints all over this town. And I'm not just being a smart ass saying all the girls are easy. Like it really, there's still that still goes on. So
it became the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all like organize? Like, see, obviously where we're from, there's drug crews, gangs, gang nations. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about earlier. Do y'all have like organized stuff like that, or is it bikers, or is it like who runs the street basically?
No, I'd rather not answer that question.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like, you said something about the Dixie Mafia a minute ago.
Yeah.
I just really not. You know what I'm saying? Like, just out of it's not my place to. But yeah, there's definitely a structure to things.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I just kind of figure it's not like the folks and people nations or Crips and Blood type of thing.
It's not. No, it's not. Now there's a set here in Muskogee of shout out Groove from the Gee of there's a set here in Muskogee. I ain't even gonna call them by the wrong name, but shout out Groove from the Gee. They're Crips or whatever, and they've been here my entire life, and they're kind of tied to. I don't want to speak too much on them. They're tied to a similar group out of Tulsa. But they're all actually like cousins and related from this small town over here called Summit.
Wow.
Yeah, and so you got that going on in Oklahoma. A lot of as far as like, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much. Your next question.
You're good.
I got a tattoo on my chest that says Omerta, which is the code of silence. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
We respect it.
I'm just always real curious about that because I grew up around some interesting stuff like that.
Yeah. Right now, last thing I'll say about just the state of things here. Right now, because of poor legislation and a rush to legalize marijuana, we have the #1 black market in the world now.
Man.
Yeah, because Texas is still
illegal.
Wow.
Y'all ain't got it legalized at all? Like not even.
No, it's legalized medicinally, but they didn't. What they did is a lot of states say like, okay, we're going to sell 700 grow licenses to the first 700 people that buy them. And that's what it is. There can only be this many. In Oklahoma, they said if you've got $2,500, you can grow. So everybody, and there was no cap on the limit. So everybody went. So there's so much weed growing everywhere. It's everywhere. And then Texas is right to the south of us where it's still illegal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Well.
So is people seeing some money then on your side? I hope so.
I hope so.
I tried to put everybody on game in Muskogee County's finest. I kind of talk about that in the first verse, you know what I'm saying? I put the whole world on game, and only a few people listen to me. But
See, that's dope. He's putting a place on the map.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope as
I
hell.
love it.
I tried to do that too. You know what I'm saying? Because people knew a certain part of Detroit, but they didn't know nothing about the surrounding areas. They didn't know. To be honest, they didn't know where the white and Mexican, like they didn't know there was a place where the white and Mexican people existed in Detroit.
Yeah.
And we do. You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
Yeah. We might be a little more low key, but we're there. You know?
So who would you say like your major influences are as far as hip hop goes? Or
Man,
in general.
and I'm not just saying this because you guys are from Detroit, but my number one influence, who I really, the first project I ever, or first CD I ever went and bought, and just played over and over and over and over and over and over till I wore a CD player out. I think a couple of them was Devil Without a Cause, Kid Rock.
I knew that was my guess. That was my fucking guess.
I was like, man, he's gonna say Marshall.
She said Marshall, and I said,
No, that's what's up.
And,
my guy Adam, my homeboy Adam, that we have a bunch of interviews up of him. We call him the most fascinating man. Man, I swear to God, the only artist he ever listens to is Kid Rock. He loves that shit. And to be honest, that album is dope, man. People try to trash it now.
No, that album is dope. I've seen Kid Rock live 4 times, and every show has been incredible.
It's dope, man. It's entertaining.
I'm cocky. Forgive me, I saw supposed to. I'm good. The whole Cocky record is like he'll rap. He'll either sing for the first half of the song and rap the back half, or rap the first half and then sing the back half. It's like just the whole way that the CD's laid out. And I really like that one too. But he was a big influence as far as rap. It's all like Southern rappers, like Ludacris, UGK, Pimp C, Paul Wall, Mike Jones, Lil Flip, DJ Screw.
Oh, I had meeting him before.
Yeah, no, she met Lil Flip before.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was
not like that.
No. He was
game over. That was my shit.
I was on the official. I don't even know if you know this. I was on the official Detroit remix of that. It was a literal single on the countdown. And I got to be on that motherfucker. Personally, I didn't care for him that much, but I love UGK.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, one of my biggest influences is Scarface too.
Yeah.
When I talk about Southern, people forget him for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's one of the top 5 greatest rappers ever. You're right. No doubt about it.
That's my dude right there.
I get a lot of shit. Like one of the things that I've been seeing, like the more and more exposure I get, is people are like, "Why does he rap so slow?" I'm like, "Cause I talk so slow." Like I can't, you know what I mean? I could probably try and speed up and rap a little faster, but that's not what I'm not here to be the most technical rapper. I'm not here to be the most gifted, talented, able rapper. I'm here to tell my stories, get them across in a way that people want to listen to them, and that's it. You know what I mean? So, but it is because of my influences. That really is why I rap slow. Like, just to this day, I still listen to Texas rappers.
Honestly, I take you more as like a Scarface, like a storyteller.
If I'm listening to rap, and I listen to a lot of everything, but if I'm listening to rap, I prefer people who are, not going over. It's like, okay, that's good. Yeah, and I always tell him, like, when you do that, it's good, but like I prefer.
I don't do double time. I just do a lot of syllables. That's all.
I can't.
No, she now got personal, huh? Now y'all like, she ain't talking about me, but no, y'all are funny. Hey, I know what you're saying, though, Danielle. And I didn't mean. Sometimes I'm so loud, guys. I'll overtalk, so forgive me. I know exactly what you're saying, though, Danielle. Like I call that. I actually have a term for it. I call it rapping yourself out of a song.
Yeah,
that's a good way to say
it. True. It's like, man, I want the message. I want to feel that shit in my heart.
See, you love the sad shit that I do.
Yeah.
And the, all that. But I only do the other shit if I'm like basically battling somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta show that in the battle.
Like I'm not a rapper, so like I want to hear a song.
Right. No, I always said when I was helping to like produce people, like I was on a label for a minute, and I would always tell them people want to be able to sing along with what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you, to be honest, you can't sing along with like Marshall. You can't.
You can if you really.
I'll tell you this.
There's some points you can.
I'll ask you this, bro. Like this will prove my point and your point. Can you tell me the hook to Ether by Nas?
No.
Now I'm gonna say something controversial.
But I couldn't name 2 or 3 Nas songs.
Battle, bro. In my opinion, Jay-Z won that battle because if you put what's it called on?
He's got replay value.
Replay value. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So like his diss that he did, and we'll get to that later. it has replay value. Anybody can sing along with it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's got a hook.
You'll play it again even when you're not thinking about the beat
Right,
that
right.
started
That's
it.
exactly
That's how
it.
Drake's won every battle up until Kendrick. That's that,
Yeah.
club scene, basically.
You can diss somebody and have people dancing to it, bro. That's incredible.
Yep.
It's going to be annoying as fuck, especially, you know what I'm saying, for the person you diss, because they're going to have to hear it everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you really,
Dude, what
really
Kendrick did to Drake
Drake's probably just
is unbelievable. Like,
dude,
the
when he
whole
won the
world
Grammy the other night, he wins the Grammy,
bro.
okay?
Yeah.
Whenever they start the music after they announce his name, it starts on "Say Drake, I heard you like him young," and then it plays all the way till about to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor, and it cut out.
They made that a single.
And
My guy won a Grammy.
He jams out so hard to Kendrick every single day.
People saying calling you a pedophile is wild, bro.
Hey man, hey, I have spent enough time. Hey, if you can back that up, say it all you want. But on my show here in about 4 hours, I'm gonna address this real quick off the bat. I'm glad we're taping right now, not live. To say that about somebody and it not be true, and you have zero fucking evidence, is a black mark on somebody's name.
That's
Yeah.
wrong.
Inside, it gets you. You're gonna catch a disciplinary act. You're gonna get an EPO.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna touch you. So I saw somebody do that today. I saw somebody cross the line. And I'm gonna ambush him in the first 5 minutes.
No shit. Oh, I need it. Our shit ain't coming out for like 2 days, so you got to tell me who it is. You get to do it.
It's
first.
Dusty Dial. If you haven't heard the song Dusty Dial, the Blues Clues dude. He went to the Nashville studio, and you can pull it up if you want, and you can play it and listen to it, or I could just tell you what it says. It's Blues Clues. He went to the Nashville studio when they did the project, Adam and all them. And there was a clip that came out of him rapping, and in one of his bars, he says, "Blues Clues," and people made fun of it. But so he comes out of nowhere, edits some film of Justin talking to Curt, makes it sound like Justin was not even hateful, but just that he was negative about it, and he wasn't. I heard the interview, and then comes out in the first few bars, he's like, "Hey Justin, I heard you had 2 miscarriages with so and Vicky or so and so." Talks about how he's shooting blanks and has a kid.
Damn.
Oh man.
Low, bro.
Who is it that said this?
Huh?
Who is it that said this?
His name's Dusty Dial. His name's Dusty Dial. No, I mean neither. The song's only got like 800 views, but I know everybody that is paying half-ass attention has seen it. Like Justin and them seen it.
Yeah.
I don't even really talk to Justin. We don't want to fuck with each other all that much. But I reached out to his people and was like, "Hey, I'm getting that motherfucker on my podcast, and the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna let him play his little song, and Manny's gonna play good cop, and I'm gonna punk him the fuck out like if we was all sitting in the class."
Yeah. I like that. I like that philosophy. I do. No, when you said that, it just reminded me of when we was talking about Adam and Ryan's little battle earlier. That was what bothered me about Adam's last song. He had already used all the same insults and just said them in a different way over 4 songs.
Yeah.
On the last one, he started reaching. He started reaching for shit that wasn't nowhere true. I don't remember exactly what.
I'll give you that. He did get a little more personal and a little bit more on the last track with just the lines where he spoke about Church's daughter, which he didn't do until Church said the Taman's gay thing.
Right.
Which that pissed Adam off. I'll give Church that point. But I know it did. I just know it did. Fucking he went a little bit more introspective. He said, like, "You won't know your daughter when she's 2."
Yeah. That's why. Now, see, I don't have a problem with that, but he said some shit that, like what you're saying, I don't remember exactly what it was, but he said some shit that was just like reaching. I don't know.
And I tell you the things I don't think Adam said anything, and I don't think either one of them went below the belt. I think if there was a below the belt, it was, they say below the belt is children and old ladies. Technically, Church went there first. He said, "You're trying to run around and act like your son's not queer."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did.
And then
I wish I could remember what the hell he said that wasn't true though. Like he was reaching for some shit.
I didn't even listen to that last.
To be honest, the whole drug addict thing bothers me in that situation because he's been pushing that rumor around all over the place, and there's no actual evidence of it. The dude's not a drug addict, man. He's prescribed Adderall like me, and he smoked weed occasionally.
If he has a spoon and a belt, I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because he's an artist. And so these people who love him, yes, they want the best from him. But at the end of the day, they fell in love with his art. As long as that keeps coming, his personal life is probably want the best for him. But you know what I'm saying? That's why that whole point didn't land with me either. Like the drug, like we 98.5% or more of us, you know what I'm saying? 4 out of 5 doctors conclude that we're all doing something more than what's in my left hand. And it's always in my left hand. So how are we going to judge each other on that? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, when I was a full-time artist, I was popping pills. I was drinking every fucking day.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
We both.
I don't lie about nothing. Like I've been clean for years now, but it wasn't like I wasn't backstage blowing lines. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Come from addiction.
Yeah, I mean,
families and within ourselves.
I just don't like it when it's thrown around like that. Dude is
what it is.
He's painted it in the country rap scene as though it's a verified fact that old boy's on fucking meth or something.
Yeah,
it's like, dude,
he needs help. It's like, no, he needs to just have you.
That's why I got on the mic and smacked the shit out of Mercules, because Mercules made it like it was a therapy session.
Do you know what Upchurch needs more than anything? People around him who do not need him.
Yeah, exactly.
People around him who can't stand to gain anything from him, which is going to be tough, or at least they don't care about what they stand to gain, so that he can have conversations that he should be having with his blood brothers, you know what I'm saying, his family, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. I won't speak about anybody's demons unless they give me a reason to poke at me. Then I will. But no, I ain't got no reason to do that with him. What he needs is people around him who he can call when it's all fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? And get on the phone, or people he can call when it's all fucking good.
Exactly.
Right. And
he's
got one that I know of, and that's that Deerdorf cat, the mechanic guy.
See, I don't know that circle well enough.
He's a solid dude. He's got more people around him than people realize. Like, he's got musicians at his house 24 hours a day, and engineers, and
just gotta be careful
all that kind of shit.
Because you never know, who's.
And he's got a kid now.
Not out to gain nothing, but they are.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I tell you. Oh, I had something along these lines happen to me pretty wild today. That part will come back to me. These people out here, the internet's crazy. That's what I wanted to say. I got into my message request on my Facebook earlier, like a couple hours earlier, and I had a few different messages that were interesting to me from random people I didn't know. One of them was like, "Give me so-and-so's phone number. I want to prank call him." Fuck no. I'm not going to do that. One was like, and the most alarming one was like a picture of a paragraph with a certain rapper's information. I recognized his real name immediately and knew who it was. And then Google Earth shots from in front of their house and their parents' house. And that was it. It didn't say nothing else. And so I just immediately was like, blah, 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 forward it on to Buddy. Because it's probably nothing. Most people ain't on shit. But that's the right thing. To you? And that pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? That pissed me angry. Like, in fact, James RKNARR, you better hope that you never cross paths with me.
Man, that's wild though.
The internet is crazy.
It's like me and him was talking about earlier. It's like any of these dudes that get on the mic and talk shit or do their little thing, we'll smack the shit out of any of them.
Oh God!
Like I was saying, Struggle's the only one that I would hesitate.
Yeah.
Like, that dude's story is wild. That dude's story is fucking wild.
But I would never. You know what I'm saying? I still wouldn't let him stand in front of me and act the way some of these dudes do over.
No.
I just know he's the only one that would get down.
Yeah. I tell you, Adam would probably fight somebody. I don't know. I heard he turned down $100,000. I heard that him and Ryan were both offered $100,000 to box. And I was going to save this for if he replied to me, like, because I had that in the bar. I was going to hold it back, but I'll go ahead and throw it out.
I offered $5,000 to a charity of his choice at first. Yeah. And then I was kind of ass betting. I offered $10,000 on behalf of the people you work for.
Oh yeah,
for charity. And I said that he would get paid double. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he deleted it. But that's wild. $100,000, man. Jesus Christ, man. I'll fight it.
Hell yeah.
I'll smack. I'm doing it for free in May. Me and Kingery are boxing for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Redneck Brawl is supposed to be in Florida. Well, no, Catfish Cooley's supposed to let me know the date. They do it booking 30 days out. But yeah, we're fighting at heavyweight. Yeah.
No
It's
shit.
gonna be funny.
That shit is cool as hell.
So it'd be funny. Hopefully, I haven't lost it, but I should beat the hell out of it. It's gonna be great.
They ain't got no.
It should go my way.
Hell no.
So how did Adam find you? Like the whole
Yeah, how did that
situation,
even happen?
He
Like
told
what?
me, if you've seen the interview, you know we went to breakfast on Saturday morning. That's a good question.
No, but I mean, how did he just hear your music on YouTube or some shit?
I'm about to give you the real specific answer because
Oh,
he gave me the specific one. At the breakfast that morning, I asked the same question, and he said, I saw you in it was like either Country Rap United or Country Rap, one of the Facebook groups. I had shared my video like 6 months into doing this, and I commented in real big letters, how the fuck do y'all not know who I am yet? And he said, I seen that and clicked on it, and I got turned on to you.
Oh, that's dope, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying if he would have actually handled business the right way, that's dope.
Yeah.
It could have been. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been fucking amazing.
Right.
And people are like, man, he just oh, you're just mad because he didn't call you back. I'm like, no, I'm mad because I was promised everything and was left with nothing. And then, yeah, I'm mad about him not calling me back. We were in, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a legitimate bitch. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing business with somebody. And just, if you knew you didn't like me, then you knew you didn't like me when I left Chicago. Why did you leave me alone for fucking 10 months?
Yeah.
Because 10 months of my time, my professional time for sure, because I was just holding up, waiting on that, and just kept on. Did it, you know? So,
but I know how it feels. You want to say fuck you to this person, but that person could be your ticket.
Wait, but what if I do that? Yeah, that's bullshit.
People don't understand that. I tell you what, the people that don't understand that don't understand the struggle. At least not the one that I've been through. And fuck them if they don't. They won't ever. So I don't know. Anyway, but that's what makes my music different. That's what makes my music different. That's why people of all ages, of all colors, everywhere so far that it's been heard, fuck with it. Because it's 100%. I haven't told a lie, and I won't.
Yeah. See, that was my thing. I said this dude's genuine. Like, we got to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't see an artist usually and say this dude's genuine. I watched your interview with what's his name, Curt, and I was like, I don't think this dude exaggerated one time. I don't think he lied one time. I can read that shit. I'm like, this is legit. You know, it's a shame that he did what he did because it could have been a really cool situation. I'm assuming that
awesome experience. It was like technically a 1-year deal. It would have taken me to levels that I still have yet to attain. You know what I'm saying? Like levels of. But it didn't happen. So you know what? Here we are in 2025, and my foot is on the gas because my belief before that and during was, and it is again now. It took a break there, but my belief is that my music is, with it being real, and in my faith and what I believe with it being he and not me, I can't lose, right? So I took advantage now that I've made my play on the situation, because like I said from the beginning, I told Ruby, you know, the queen, I have to maximize. I have to find a way so that going up here pays off, even if this all doesn't work out. I have to figure, and I finally saw that way a few months ago. I seen all this shit coming to a head. I was like, all right, this is gonna get to popping. It'll probably catch steam like hip hop did when Drake and Kendrick got to going, because this is 1 and 2, and the fan bases are massive. One's really big, and I seen that coming, so I made my play. I'm at peace with everything. Now it's just pedal to the metal, man. I got a new song called Bunk. It's gonna go bunk. Wait, hold up. What the fuck? Pretty sure I just bought a $1/4 pound of cut. Bunk. Buddy must think I'm a chump. If he don't make it right, I'm gonna put him in the trunk. Bunk. Yeah.
I like it.
I like it because Big E, Brian Earls used to call shit bunk when that was what he called it.
It's an old school term, bro. I only heard, it's an old school term. Like
that's what he called it when I wanted to make a few extra dollars. You know
yeah, the first bar of the I can't remember the cadence right off the top because it switches. But the first bar of the verse says like, this dude's dumb. I just paid in a bunch of ones that this dude's so dumb. I just paid in a bunch of ones that were scrubbed, like washed down and reprinted. Yeah, it sounds a lot cooler than that when you hear, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah. Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, I think
my pedals on that. That's where I'm at.
I was saying earlier that my whole thing is like I'm so tempted to get involved and try to get country rappers in front of hip hop fans. Because like when I went and told a bunch of the hip hop heads, okay, I got this song, it's to this dude, none of them knew who the fuck he was.
Mhm.
Think about it. Millions and millions of views. Nobody, like, put it this way. I don't know a black guy who knows who Adam Calhoun is, except for the fact is they're like, is that the dude that says the N-word?
Yeah, it's
Like
that
literally,
racist stuff.
that's it.
Yeah, it's like
And that's the one thing that right now a couple of us have going for us. I've got it for sure. I mean, and then there's another one. Bryce does too. 501 Bryce. He's in fact Bryce. If I watch for Bryce to, in my opinion, break mainstream any fucking day. He's gonna get that kind of. He'll be out of here in a minute. Is what I'm thinking. So he sounds just like Big X the Plug, is what Manny said last night, and it's a fact. He sounds just like Big X the Plug in his vocals and stuff, which I think may turn some people off being such a close. But dude, he's good. He's real, real good. You can tell he's been rapping a long time. But what I was saying, we both appeal. Urban people listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of urban
story. That's what it is.
Yeah, they recognize with the authenticity, the realness of it. Now I don't know that they, saying like play me at weddings and funerals yet, but
well, if you get a song like Crossroads or something, they will,
Oh damn, he just gave me something for a verse. See, man, I'm just gonna end up rapping again. I'm gonna
good God.
I've got to go in like 5 minutes because me and Manny got a plan. I got to put him on game about how we're gonna discuss. This gonna be funny right here now. Oh man, I can't wait. I got to hold it. Look at this shit. I schemed up on him. Intro. Yes, Dusty Dial. Manny, ask 2 or 3 questions and play a song, and then Cody reacts. And I'm gonna get in his ass. I'm gonna have Manny ask him, "Do you have kids?" Yeah. Okay. Any brothers or sisters? Oh, okay. All right, bet. And then we're gonna play the song. And to set me up for how I'm gonna talk to them, I'm gonna have him want to do himself when he gets up done talking to me.
Yeah, man. The strategy behind that is wild. I love it.
I'm maximizing. It's like I told another rapper out of the city before I go. I'll leave with this, man. I told another rapper, I got him 5'9" Gambino out of I don't want to say Sand Springs, Oklahoma, Tulsa. And he was like, man, he brought it up, said, you're maximizing every play you made. Like the Rain video is actually a song from a year ago. It's Manny's song from a year ago, but his YouTube just wasn't gaining any traction at all. And I knew I needed a video to upload between 17 and Chakota and Not a Threat so that my algorithm, it kind of pick up in the algorithm and be more regular. So when this one, so I was like, hey, send me that file. Let me drop it. I'll switch our names around. It'll be no big deal. And he was, of course, down. So 5'9" was speaking to how I've been maximizing my plays. And that's what I'm going to do with this kid tonight. Like, I see an opportunity to extend a branch of good faith, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, the term.
Olive branch.
An olive branch, yeah, at least on taking care of this little punk. Because this dude's done. He won't ever, anybody that ever, especially by the time Mark Kotick wants to fight him, I'm going to ask him that because I want to try and set that up to fight on the same card as Ian Kingery. He won't, though. And then after he plays a song, I'm just going to pretty much say, dude, here's the thing. This guy picked beef for no reason at all, other than he wanted to come up. Nobody said anything disrespectful. They were actually nice about him. They were like, it was probably his first time in the studio. And then he came out and blackballed a man's name, calls Adam in the song. Unless you can back that shit up, you better have that. You better have some motherfucking evidence. You know what I'm saying?
More papers.
And you go talk to somebody else besides your listeners about it. But you know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And
that's like a woman saying well, I can't say it on YouTube, but it's like a woman saying,
yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying. And then he said that shit about Justin's kids and all that. And so yeah, I'm gonna let him have it, bro. Anyway.
That's the one thing I wanted to ask that you had on your list. Like, do y'all have a scene there? Like, are you doing clubs, bars, shit like that?
Dispensaries is the scene here. Like that's where they put on the events and stuff like that.
No shit.
I've done. There's bars in Tulsa. I've done a couple bars in Tulsa. Not the Mercury Lounge. It was the Blackbird on Pearl. We did the Blackbird on Pearl, and then another one right down the road. And I did a little private bar. There's a little place called Moe's Tavern on the top of the mountain out here, where everybody hangs out. We did that for Halloween. I'm going to be at a couple of events already I know of this year. The first one I can talk about is in June. On the 28th, I'll be up there with Hitman and the Outlaw Nation crew. It's a just-in-time event that he's doing in Waynette, Oklahoma. I'll be there on Saturday. I'm going to do a couple songs with Hitman. I just, I've addressed this in my music before. I see what life on the road, at least for most of these guys, other than one certain clique of them, I see what it's done, not just in this genre, but everyone, to their families at home. And I value mine so much that to go out and break even, like to go even and just make enough to where I didn't lose any money or even make $100, it don't make sense. That's not enough for me to that. Now, when the shows start paying, you know what I'm saying? Like they're, I'm making enough to where it justifies being gone 2 days, 3 days a week. Even more if it has to be, then I'll do it. But I take them as they come, as far as the gigs go. You know what I'm saying? Because if it don't make me a little bit of money, I just won't do it.
You're saying the same thing I say, is that my time, I know what my time's worth. You know what I'm saying? I can't get that time back. Like you got kids, right? Little ones? Like that. I got 2 older sons that I just wasn't able to be around enough when they were younger. I'm not letting that shit happen again. And that's why I don't fucking rap. Like I don't believe in doing I'll say his name. I don't believe in doing the Tom McDonald thing and being an internet rapper. I believe that if you're going to be an MC in this shit, I mean, I'm old school, I'm a hip hop head, but I feel like you need to be out there like with the people, pressing the flesh with them, meeting them, all that good kind of shit. And I can't commit to that. I can't, like you said, maybe if the money's right, a few days, a month,
we would discuss it.
Like I would put if I managed people, I would put them on like a handful of really good events a month where they're, going to sell merch and all that kind of thing, but they'll be home. In other words, you'll be like, he's a local trucker, you're home at night, But that's dope though, man. I like that you got some strategy behind this shit.
I'm excited for you to smash on this dude tonight. It sounds like a good time, and that sounded terrible and sexual the way I just said it. That is not even no Diddy.
No Diddy.
But yeah.
I got back here saying no Diddy, so I don't know what you said.
No, she said she wants to see you smash on this dude tonight.
I was like, it sounds like a good time, and I'm like, oh shit, well.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna play this like real cool. Like I told, because I reached out to him. I was like, dude, hey, you got to come on my little show tonight. We want to ambush you.
Now, real quick, how the hell are you on a just-in-time event when you're over here?
Hitman's my homie.
This and Adam,
you know what I'm saying? Outlaw Nation does what the fuck Outlaw Nation wants to do. I'll just say it like that. You know what I mean? They're the realest. They're the realest in the game, from top to bottom. I'll tell you, from everybody I've dealt with, Justin Hitman is the coolest, best person in the game. You call him to talk to, you call to talk to any other artist about a song or work or whatever you want to call it. And it's, hey, what you doing? Da, da, da. Did you do this? Okay, no, I haven't. When can you? Then send it to me. All right, bet, bye. And that's all the conversation is. With Justin, it's always, how are you? How are things? And then you talk before you ever get, you know what I'm saying? And that alone is just speaks to the character of man he is. So, and his cousin is Beverly Howard. So she seems to be very, very, very cool too. So I'm going to go. They invited me to come up there with them. So I'm going. And me and Justin aren't on, we ain't on no on-site shit. I never said anything super dish. What I said about his shoes is true, and I got pictures of it now, brother. I got pictures of it. My old lady found them, bro.
I'm glad to hear that Justin is actually solid because, I mean, honestly, he has a lot of kind of control over the country rap thing. He does the biggest events.
Yeah.
And I got a bad vibe from him, so I'm glad to hear the opposite.
Yeah. For sure.
What happens if you see Adam, bro? What happens if Adam's there?
I'd say something like, hey, Adam, what are you doing, you Adam? And I would just pick on him. You know what I'm saying? I think he would kind of smile and smirk back. I think we've gotten to the point. I think that, I would just say if he was disrespectful to me or had any kind of issue, I said, we can step outside or we can advance like men and adjust around this. And I'm going to treat you like my brother. And that's how it's going to be. And when I say treat you like my brother, I mean, I don't have to fucking talk to you to be in the room.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it. I mean, I'm always on whatever they want to do. Trust me.
I'll tell you what, you mentioned like sort of mentioned God and like a plan and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. You're like the one dude who ends up in this position where you can capitalize on something, but it's not a clout chase because the dude actually did you wrong.
Yeah.
The shit timed out just right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, you really do got to get it while it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I'm not playing. You've heard me say Adam Calhoun sucks t-shirts. Like I'm trying to they're ASAP, they'll be up. Like I'm trying to strike them while the iron's hot, exactly like you said, man. I do gotta run. It's 7 o'clock. I gotta call man and get ready for this shit. That's what I'm saying. He's all about the
Oh,
schedule.
yeah, I'll pop in and check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10:30 is when we're running it. So I see y'all. I appreciate y'all having me on. It's nice to visit with you,
All right,
Mike.
man, absolutely.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'll talk with you.
All right, man. Take it.
Have
You
a good
too.
night.